my side. Nobody to console me, nobody to call me. Hey, what the man you got, man?
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Shoo guys, am I not here to explain myself? Am I not here to explain? Because I saw you guys already asking on Instagram, and I obviously had to come and explain to you guys why did I take the video down, the video where I had an interview with Marilyn Ngubane. Why did I take the video down? Was I threatened with lawyers? Am I getting sued? Is there part 2 that will still continue to come? What is happening? And so I felt I needed to do a sit down so that I can just explain to you guys what basically happened. Okay, so you guys know I've always said this when it comes to Helen Berg. When somebody comes to my channel, I prefer to go in not knowing anything about you. I prefer it that way, which is why Helen Berg has focused on just people that are not famous, you know. I mean, the slogan of it, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's To Helen Berg, real people with real stories. And the reason why I even started To Helen Berg was because I wanted to give a voice to people that were voiceless, people that did not have these big platforms where they could be able to tell their stories and their stories make a difference and everything. And we've helped a lot of people. I really do need to do sort of like a where are they now, wherein people that have come to the show and they've gotten help, we can be able to talk about it and just share to you guys, go to where are they, what are they doing now. If you guys are interested in that, you can go ahead and comment down below and I'll be able to do that for you guys. So basically, I had an episode, or rather I got contacted by Marilyn from Instagram, and she said that she had a story that she wanted to come share. I do not reject anyone, guys. Honestly, I do not reject people from coming because I believe you have a story. It's worth telling. It's worth the world hearing. I truly believe in that, you know. And like any other person, she came to the studio. When she came with her 2 beautiful daughters, and unfortunately one was a minor, so I do not want to have minors on my show. And we ended up actually shooting an episode with Marilyn, which is the episode that you guys saw, and we also shot a part 2, which is me, Marilyn, and her daughter, and that one is over 3 hours. That's how packed it was and everything like that. So she did actually communicate with me to say that she had gone to another podcast, which I'm not gonna mention whose it is, because you all know we don't talk about nonsense here. I have to throw shade. It can never be me if I am not throwing shade, you know. But I did realize that the interview was done a long time ago. And besides, I never watched that episode, and I feel people have different styles of interviewing. We look at stories in different angles, and so I felt, you know what, if she's ready to come share her story on my podcast, why not do it? She came to the studio, we sat down, we recorded that episode, which, you know, I was happy with it. I really honestly was. And then that was it. I was now preparing that I'm gonna be posting part 2 today. I mean tomorrow, you know, which was gonna be part 2, part 3, and I think we were gonna get a part 4, because as I said, it's over 3 hours, so every hour was gonna be an episode. So I think tomorrow you guys were supposed to get 3 parts, which unfortunately you won't, and I will be explaining why. I did take down the video because someone came to me and said, hey, Mr. Ngubane, who is Marilyn's ex-husband, would like to have your numbers. He wants to talk to you. And I said, okay, that is fine. You can give him my numbers. Shapu. He got my numbers and he did call me. So we were talking, obviously. He was very respectful. That's one thing that I will say. Him and his wife, I felt that they were respectful, number 1. And number 2, they were just talking about the issues that they have, which are internal. I'm not comfortable like sharing right now out of respecting their privacy. Do you understand? Now with me, if you know me, guys, you know Ninenkani, like I am really honestly that person that if I don't want to do something, I won't do it. Like, okay, if you want to sue me, But they didn't come with that of, oh, we're gonna be suing you or we're gonna be whatever. No, they were just saying, can you please listen to this, talk this and that and that and that and that and that. Now, where I will tell you guys that they gripped me proper was when now they were talking about how they're gonna be getting Marilyn arrested tomorrow, and I had to ask, like, wait a minute, what is going on? So they basically shared that, you know, there is a court order that basically prevents Marilyn and the kids to ever talk about them publicly. So that includes Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, all social media platforms, and that's stipulated, you understand? So for me, I was like, okay, he was asking that, can you please take the video down because I've got certain concerns, there's this and this and this. As I said, I won't really get too deep into that out of respect for both the parties involved's privacy. And for me, I was like, okay, I don't have an issue taking the video down now with the information that I know that there's a court order from obviously the High Court, but I'm not gonna just take your word for it. Show me proof, and then we can talk. So we were supposed to meet tomorrow as I'm recording this video, so but they were like, no, we are coming now, where are you? We can come to you. And I was like, you know, these people mean business. So we did meet up you know, in a close by shop, or we met at Spare. So okay, we did meet, we sat down, we had a lengthy conversation. It was me, Mr. Ngumbani, and his wife, and they showed me proof of everything that they were talking about, including the court order that actually stipulates that it's the daughter, it's the mother, it's the son. They're not allowed, you know. And so if you watch the episode, their names were never mentioned. However, they are public figures, so obviously it wouldn't be difficult to connect 1, 2, and 3. And it is so unfortunate of the fact that right now there is another protection order against Marilyn that was violated when she went to the first podcast and she got arrested, and she's currently out on bail. So if Mr. Ngubani was to even go there and actually activate that, you know, that okay, she broke the order that was given from court, warrant of arrest was going to be issued immediately, and which means Marilyn was going to get arrested, and she was not going to be able to get bail because, as I said, she's out on bail. I think this is public knowledge, and it's something that we had spoken about in the episode that was supposed to come out, so I don't think that it's a secret, and that's why I'm sharing it. The other thing again here is that, remember, within the same protection order, it also includes the daughter. The daughter that came and we shot, and she's in the episode that was supposed to be coming tomorrow, which is today for you guys. Which means the moment that episode went up, he now had a right to go activate that, and then the daughter was now also gonna get arrested because she violated a court order. I hope that you guys can understand. So obviously, as a podcaster, I have more responsibility than to just say, okay, fine, people should come and share their stories and stuff like that. Number one, I did not know that there's an order against them. You understand? If I knew, I would not have taken the interview. Because number one, if there's anything about me, I'm not going to see you go to jail, and I know that is because of me. Not because of me, but because my platform somehow contributed to you going to jail. I'm obviously not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. My platform is about building. I don't want it to be about destroying, which is why if you have seen, my stories always focus on what you went through. We don't even mention people's names because I want it to be your story. It should not be about another person. Yes, people that have been actors or people that have been in your life, they are gonna be included because that's your journey. But my aim is never to say we want to destroy that person or anything like that. We want to hear your story. Of course, cases differ. Sometimes you need justice, so we do need to do something. Do you understand what I'm saying? So basically, when I had that, I obviously had to think on my feet to say, okay, you are asking me to take the video down for the reasons that obviously I cannot mention here, and you are going to be getting Marilyn and the daughter arrested the following day, which is tomorrow. So what can I do? I basically had to think on my feet. Honestly, I had to think fast, and I said, listen, if you can show me the proof that there's this order from court, I will take the video down, but in also another condition, that you do not take legal action against her for this one. Because the episode will have been down, I will take the episode down. I'll delete all the videos on TikTok. I'll delete the videos on Instagram. I'll basically just scrap it off, so that even if someone was to go to my platforms, they will not find that particular interview. So we were supposed to meet tomorrow. I don't know if I've mentioned this. We're supposed to meet tomorrow, but Mr. Mbani insisted that we meet tonight, so that I can see the proof and then I can take the video down. Now, obviously, at this point, I said that is not a problem. I did communicate with him and his wife that I am going to be telling Marilyn what is going on. So I did do my best to be open when it came to both parties. So I do call Marilyn and I tell her, ma'am, there's an order from court that your ex-husband is saying that is in place, and he's saying that he's going to put it out tomorrow. He's going to go to court and he's going to basically, hand it in, and which means that a warrant of arrest is going to come out for you. Now, unfortunately, due to the fact that you are currently out on bail for a court order violation, it's not going to look good. Not only that, the high chances, like 99.9% chance, that you will not get bail. So until whatever time they decide that the investigation is over, you will be behind bars. Do I think that it is worth it? 1,000% not. So if I am to meet, because I told her that I'm going to be meeting with your ex-husband and his wife, if I'm to meet with them and they show me this, I will put the video down so that they don't take you to court. Guys, in my conscience just would not allow me know that a woman and a child are going to be going to jail, and it's something that I could have done to help the issue. Now, mind you guys, I was not being threatened to say I'm going to get sued. There's nothing that they had against me, because trust and believe, if there's one thing about Miss Fairfall that she will do, she will know the law when it matters for her. So number one, there's a disclaimer in the beginning of the video. Number two, this is a story that is already on the public platform. Yes, sure, she came, she shared, and she added certain stuff that maybe people did not know, but she came as an independent person, you understand. However, as much as, guys, let me tell you something, I spent money when it came to production. I spent my time, my petrol from here to the studio, all the money that I had to spend around stuff that I obviously cannot talk about here. But I had to ask myself, sure, if I had uploaded the 3-hour video, it would have gotten me a lot of views. Do you understand? A lot of views. As I'm saying, part 1, part 2, part 3, how many views do you think I would have collected, including this episode that I had to put down? So I had to sit down and ask myself, do the views and money matter more than the life or freedom of a woman and her child? Now, if you're someone that obviously has a conscience, if you're someone that thinks rationally, it really honestly, like, it doesn't compare. It does not compare. So number one, I obviously did tell them that, okay, I will not be putting up the episode that is coming up. However, for the episode that's already up, I will need proof. And so we did actually meet up. And I think we met up around past 8 to 9, because he called me late. And when we got there, he had binders, he had a lot of stuff that he showed me. And he also showed me that order, which was actually given or granted in November of 2023. So this is April of 2024, and it's still in place. You understand? It's still in place. It stipulates. It's even there. I even took a picture of it. Now, obviously, because it has private information, I'm not going to share. But I saw it, and I even have a picture of it. Which, again, as I'm telling you guys, I did call Merlin. I even sent her, like, the page of it to say, listen, this is the one, and this is the reason why I have taken the video down. It breaks my heart that I did put in so much work. And spent so much money. I paid for the video, even in editing and everything. I won't lie, as a businesswoman, it did hurt my pockets because I did all this and I got nothing out of it. But at the same time, I think I'm also gonna ask that if you know that there's a protection order against you and you cannot talk about a certain individual, whether you say their name or not, please guys don't come to my podcast, because I don't want to find myself in a situation like this. You understand? So at this point, we basically had to have a give and take. I would take down the video, I would take down everything. I would not post the upcoming videos so that you do not have to now get this woman and her child arrested. You understand? Which I felt like, okay, it was a fair trade for both parties except for me, because I'm the only one that loses, I feel like, at this point. But again, as I'm saying, with my platform, I know the power of social media. I know the power of my platform in particular. And I would not be okay knowing that someone is arrested and it was something that maybe I could be able to do. So when I asked Mr. Ngubani, he was, acceptive. And so that's what happened. After he showed me the proof, as I was sitting there, I did take the video down. I did delete all the other videos. I saw some of you guys were concerned, are you getting sued? No, I'm not getting sued. That is the reason why I actually did. And I feel like this is as much as I can be able to tell you guys without having to now cross into people's privacies and telling other people's stories, because that's not what I want. I just basically wanted to explain to you guys the reason why I had to take the video down. That is the reason. So yeah, it really honestly has been absolutely crazy. It was a wild night. This was not in my cards. And so yeah, that's basically it. I don't know what else more to say. I think maybe if there's any other thing that I will also address is that there's also a video that I did take down, if you guys remember, not so long, and it was of a lady that came here and she was exposing certain situation about a school, if you guys can remember, because I think I did say that I was going to address that, so I'm going to take this opportunity and also just address it now. And the reason for that was because, if you guys do remember, season 1 of To Hell and Back, it got taken over by the love scamming, the ancestral scam, if you guys remember. And people would be able to come, they would be able to hide their faces, and my face would be the one that is out there. And I was like, I am not putting my life in danger. If you are not brave enough to come share your story with your face, I should not be brave enough to help you share your story. Well, my face is there and yours is not. So I made a pact, and I remember I even did a video and I told you guys that from now on, unless you come with your face, I will not be taking your story. Not that I don't take love scammed victims anymore. I do. If you were, you can come, just bring your face. Unless you're coming with your face, I'm not taking your story. Now in this case, the lady did come to me. She came with proof of everything that we were saying. She didn't just say something, that the proof was fully there. And then due to the fact that she had already arrived at the studio, I really did feel bad to just send her back. So I was like, maybe I can break that rule just this once. But after I did put the video up, I think it was only up for a few hours, I did take it down. And the reason for that was because I promised myself that I will never ever do that, because I understand how much you put your life in danger as a publication when people are gonna come hide their faces, and you now have to be the one that takes whatever smoke that would come, because whoever it is that they're exposing will not know who that person is, but they know who you are. So I just felt that I'm not gonna do it, and that was the only reason why. And if there's anything that I can tell you guys is that I do honestly respect the law. If there's a court order, trust and believe. Me personally, they come here, they say, oh, I may never speak of who, chum, that is me. I ain't going to jail for talking about nobody. I am so sorry. I don't give a damn who you with, but I'm not going to that jail for you. It's just not happening. And so there's no way that I was gonna let it happen that she actually goes to jail when there was something that I could be able to do, and knowing the circumstances around, of the fact that there's another case, she's out on bail, it really honestly was just not going to be, it was not something that I saw her actually coming out of, So basically that is that. And it does seem like Marilyn did not know about this protection order or the gag order, which I would go ahead and call it a gag order, but it seems like she didn't know about it. You know, I think she didn't, I don't know, or she wasn't sure if it was still in place or if it was cancelled. I do not know, because I felt like there was a bit of confusion, which I feel like maybe if she knew that it was actually still there, high chances are maybe she wouldn't have done the interview herself. But I had to find a way to obviously also just save her from going to jail. And it is obviously great that, you know, Mr. Ngubane also accepted to say, okay, it's fine, you take the video down, I won't take any further steps. And yeah, that is that. And I think maybe as a publication, it's also best that maybe we should be asking, hey, do you have a protection order where you're not allowed to talk about this person? Because trust and believe, guys, I'm not gonna be working for the ground anymore. Like, it was a lot of time I could have been sleeping. The way I love to sleep these days, guys. That's the only part that breaks my heart. Like, girl, I could have been sleeping. You know, all my life I had to fight. So basically that is that. So yeah, man, I hope that you guys do understand. And please also comment down below, if you were in the same situation as me, what would you have done? Would you have just said, listen, screw it, I'm gonna make my bank, I'm gonna keep posting and do everything, and you know these people are gonna go to jail? Or you were gonna actually say, hey, for peace sake, I will take it down, just please don't take any legal action against both of them? So basically that is what has actually happened. And when I do hope that you guys have a great one. And if there's anything, I will go ahead and say, be one of those people that when an episode comes up, you immediately watch it, because other people watched, you know, other people did. I saw some of you guys saying, hey, it was only now that I was starting to watch, and then the episode just cut. Watch when the episode comes up. You never know what will happen, you know. But anyway, hopefully there are no episodes that I will be taking down. We're not playing that game again. But anyway, ninjas, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for understanding, and thank you guys for loving me and caring. I saw some of you were like, girl, you better be ready with them lawyers, and I was like, you know, I always am. But yeah, you know, sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war, and I feel like this is the situation here right now that had to happen. You know, we had to get to a middle ground, because it could have really ended badly, you know. But yeah, basically that is that. I love you, ninjas. Let me stop rambling now. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.